floating out to sea. Time will take it all from me. Don't know where the wind will take me now, but we'll see. But we'll see. I am searching endlessly. Am I where I want to be? Don't know where this road will take me now, but we'll see. But we'll see. I guess we will see. I guess we will see. Won't you show me? Won't you show me? Won't you show me?
Okay, so one thing to know before we start is that L1, which is your head reset button, is going to be your primary activation button for a lot of other settings. So it's important to get used to that button. Okay, so one thing I do before I take off from the airfield is I'll increase my field of view by decreasing head zoom. To decrease your head zoom in my settings, press L1, L2, then with your left analog stick, push left. To increase your head zoom, push right. But as you can see, it increases your field of view by a lot. So you want to keep it on most of the time. Another thing to do before you leave the airfield is to raise your head level. Raising your head level allows you to see under your crosshairs a lot more. So it means you could take lead shots much better. So to increase your head level or raise your head level is L1, L2, just like last time, but this time hold triangle up. To go down, hold X. That's triangle for up, X for down. And as you can see, on the bottom of the screen, it gives you a much better view. So you want to keep that on probably most of the time as well. If you want to reset the position, you want to press L1, L2, just like last time, but this time we're pressing the touchpad, and that'll reset it. Another thing you might want to do if you have the time is to move your head forward. Moving your head forward, it kind of decreases your field of view, so you don't want to have it on all the time, but it increases your frontal view by a good amount. So you'll see what I mean if I zoom in. Right now it's set to 0 or all the way back, but I'm gonna push my head forward, and you'll see on the bottom of the screen that it increases your view, but your frontal view by a good amount. So this is by default, and this is by all the way front forward. And you don't want to have that setting on all the time, because it decreases your field of view just a little bit, but you want to have it all the way set back most of the time. So you want to have it all the way back most of the time. And if you have the chance and you see an enemy at a distance and you have a chance to put it on, you might want to put it on. But just know that you'll have it on for most of the fight, and it decreases your field of view by a decent amount, and it might affect your gameplay. So, okay, another setting that might be confusing is to look over your shoulder, which is, I believe, the move head right, move head left. There's two settings to use it, but this is the main setting you're going to want to use it, which is you're going to want to get your analog stick, your view analog stick, hold the position you want to look, then hold L1. So again, I reset my head, hold where I want to look, then hold L1. And make sure to release L1 before you release your view analog stick, because otherwise you'll reset your head just like I'll show you. You'll reset your head by accident. So you're going to want to make sure that you hold it, hold your analog stick, hold L1, then release L1. Then you should be good to go. Make sure to reset your head using L1, because if you move your head before resetting, it'll look all weird like this. So you're gonna want to make sure you press L1 to reset your head. And same for you're looking over your left shoulder. Hold left, hold L1, release L1, and you'll get used to it. It's really easy to remember. But yeah, that should be most of the settings for now. Some of the settings, like the miscellaneous, like turning on your light and turning on your smoke, those I just put in last second, like for open spots. So those will probably change in the future, but they're not really important. And that should cover most of the settings for now.